Hello, everyone. My name is Byron, and I do commentaries on video games. Today I wanted to talk about college, university, whatever you guys call it, wherever you live. Um, I just started recently college, university. Um, I go to National Louis University in downtown Chicago. For those that are around that area, it's in front of the Chicago Art Institute. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Also, next, it's right by DePaul University, Columbia, right there. It's on Michigan Avenue. If you never heard of the school, National Louis, I don't blame you. I never heard of that school. I didn't even know what that was until they offered, they had a fellowship they were offering. And I thought it was well, my boss, he actually recommended that I apply because they were giving up to $50,000 in a fellowship. And I had gone to college for 1 year before that. I was going to college at DuPage in Glen Ellen. That's a community college for the area I live. I live in the Chicago suburbs. Let's leave it at that. I went to college at DuPage for 1 year because I wasn't great in school. High school, I was terrible. I did like my freshman and sophomore year were the worst. Especially my freshman, sophomore was a little better, but still not great at all. Sophomore, I had all C's and D's, mostly C's. My junior year was my best year. I only had like one C. I had all A's, all B's. And then my senior year, I was like, I'm gonna do really good. I'm gonna bring this up so I can go to a good college. My GPA at that point was 2.2, 2.1. And most of it was because my freshman and my sophomore year were terrible, and my junior year was really good compared to the other 2 years. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do really good, and hopefully I can bring it at least to a 2.5, 2.6 or something. And I took one AP class. I took music theory AP, and I was hoping that would bring me up a lot. But in the end, it did not help whatsoever. I still kept my 2.1. By my second semester, I was like, screw this. I'm not going to a good school. I'm going to go to a community college. And then senioritis kicked in. And for those who don't know, senioritis is when you don't want to, since it's your last year, you're like, whatever, I don't want to try anymore. Because by that time, like by your second semester of senior year, like wherever you applied to college, like they already accepted you. So you're like, whatever, I don't need to try anymore. I already got accepted. So at that point, I was like, screw whatever. So I did not do well at all in high school. So I ended up going to a community college. And it was a good idea to go to community college because my community college was big. It's bigger than the university I'm going to right now. And it really opens your eyes to other stuff that you might want to study. I took anthropology and I thought it was going to be boring as hell. When the first day of class, the teacher asked, what was your reason to be here? And like probably more than half of the class, like 3/4, said that it's because it was a requirement. And I said the same thing. I was like, I'm only here because of a requirement. And by the end of the semester, I was like, this was a good class. I really like it, and I think my minor in anthropology. So it really opens your eyes to classes that to fields that you might not have been interested before. And I like that, and I didn't have to like pay a lot of money just to experience that. It was really cheap compared to like a private college, which I wanted to go to DePaul University. Anywho, now that I'm in a National Louis, I like it. It's a really small school, but the thing is that no one knows it's school, so it's kind of like embarrassing. Well, I don't want to say for me it's embarrassing. Well, I don't know how let's see what word you can describe it. All my friends are going to big schools, Kansas State, DePaul University, Purdue University, And these are like really good schools. Engineering, one from business, and law. The other one was, I think, both of them, Purdue and Kansas, are good at in engineering, and DePaul's good at law and business. And I am stuck in National Louis, who they never heard of. And when I told my friend from DePaul that I was going to National Louis, he's like, "Where's it at?" I'm like, "It's in the other corner from the same block where your school's at." He's never heard of it. But they offered me $50,000 in scholarships and a fellowship, which means that I basically agreed to go for all 4 years and pass everything and keep a certain grade, a grade like a GPA average, and if not, then they will kick me out and I have to pay everything. But the good thing is that I'm going for my master's too eventually. Like, there's no question about it. I have to get a master's, and once I get the master's, that bachelor's is not gonna matter to anyone. I mean, wherever I go to apply for work, anything, it's not gonna matter. What's gonna matter is my master's, and when I finish my bachelor's in National Louis, I'm thinking of transferring to either DePaul University, Northwestern University, or University of Chicago and get my master's from there. So, for those who are questioning or deciding what school you want to go to, like, think about it. Think about going to a small school to get your bachelor's. If that whole experience of dorming and partying is not your thing, then definitely think about it. Especially if you don't have a lot of money like I do. So that's my thing about college. I'll probably share more stories about it, like my first day and everything. But until now, that's it. Make sure you comment, you rate, and you subscribe, please. If you like the video, you thumbs up. If not, thumbs down, because that lets me know. If you like the content, subscribe, and if you want to favorite, then favorite, which I rarely favorite other videos, so I don't blame you if you don't favorite this one. Alright? So I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace out, my homies.